Welcome children to the science lecture, video lecture. We have started lesson number 2, that is plants, structure and functions. We have studied what are the main parts of plant: roots, stem, leaves, flower, fruits and seeds, right? Now we have studied structure and function of root. We have studied structure and function of stem. Now we are going to study structure and function of leaf. Okay. Now let us first see the structure. What is the structure of leaf? The function of leaf all of you know. Leaf contains green color pigment called chlorophyll, and it is useful for the preparation of food for the plant. So in leaves the food of the plant is prepared. Okay, and it is supplied to all parts, which is helpful for the growth of plants properly. So now we will see the structure of leaf. You can see as per the diagram, the leaf grows from the nodes. This is an important factor. The leaf grows from the nodes. Okay. Now on the stem. Now leaves generally are thin, flat and green in color. The broad spread out part of the leaf is called leaf blade or lamina. Leaf blade or lamina. Okay. This is called lamina. That is, this is the inside part, leaf blade. This is the inside part, or it is called lamina. Then its edge is called leaf margin. Edge means this part. This part, edge part of the leaf, it is called leaf margin. Then leaf margins are entire, dentate or lobed. The tip of the leaf is called leaf apex. The tip of the leaf is called leaf apex. Then it may be tapering, pointed, rounded. Leaves of some plants have stalk called petiole. Petiole, stalk means the leaf which is attached to that stalk. This stalk is called petiole. It is called petiole. Then leaves of some plants do not have petiole. The portion of the leaf attached to stem is called leaf base. Means the stem. Here the stem comes and the leaf petiole is attached to the stem. This part is called as leaf base. Small leaf-like structure may be present near the leaf base. These are called stipules. Small leaf-like structures near the base. They are called stipule. Okay. So, leaves of some plants have single undivided leaf blade or a single midrib, such are called simple leaf. Now this is the structure of simple leaf because there is a mid vein, and it is a simple leaf. Some leaf blades of leaves in some plants is divided into small parts called leaflets. Such leaves are called compound leaves. Means these small and another more small veins will be there. So those are called compound leaves. Simple leaf and compound leaf are two types of leaves. Okay. As per the arrangement of the leaves on the stem, there are different types, that is alternate, decussate, opposite and whorled. These are the arrangements of the leaf which are on the arrangement on the stem of the leaves. Now alternate means you can see one side and the other side. Decussate means the same node is there and two opposite side leaves are grown. Opposite means exactly opposite to each other. Whorled means anywhere throughout the stem the leaves are grown. So in different plants the arrangement of leaves on the stem is different. It may be alternate, opposite, whorled, spiral, etc. According to shape, leaves are rounded, palmate, lanceolate, linear, etc. Okay. Now you would have seen people leaf and also you would have seen banana leaves. Okay. So the people leaf is divided into two equal parts by the single midvein, which lies along the midline of the leaf blade. Secondary veins arise from the midvein. They are branched and form a network of reticulum. On other hand, the leaves of maize leaves, if you would have seen, all the veins are parallel, running from the leaf base to the leaf apex. Thus the people leaf has reticulate venation, whereas maize leaf have parallel venation. See, you can see, I will show you in the picture, children. See this photo. This is the leaf of this people, which is having a midrib. If you fold from here, exactly the leaf will get folded, and it has many small veins of network of veins in it. So it is having reticulate venation. Here in the leaf of maize, you can see all the veins are parallel in standing position. So they are said to be parallel venation. So this is about the leaves. Next we will turn over to flower. All of you can see in the textbook the flower. Very important, the flower is, I will show you the picture first. It is the vertical section or the parts of hibiscus flower. So parts of hibiscus flower. Okay. Flowers have long or short stalk called pedicel. One end of the pedicel is attached to the stem. The other end pedicel is expanded and swollen. It is called receptacle. Petals and other parts of the flowers are supported on the receptacle. Calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium are different parts of a flower. These are very important parts of flower. Calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Now let us see what is calyx. Calyx, in the bud condition, the petals are covered by leaf-like parts called sepals, which are green in color. They form calyx. So when in the bud condition, the flower is there, it is covered by green color leaf-like structure. They are said to be calyx. Then corolla. It is made up of colorful parts called petals. Observe the shape, color and smell of corolla of various flowers like the rose, chrysanthemum, hibiscus, mogra, kanher, tagar, etc. Androecium. This is the male reproductive part of the flower. Very important. It consists of stamens. Each stamen is made up of anther and filament. Gynoecium. This is the female reproductive part of flower. This is made up of carpels, and a carpel consists of stigma, style and ovary. Okay. After maturity, anther burst and the pollen grains which are released fall on the stigma. This process is called pollination. Due to pollination, ovules in the ovary get fertilized. Fertilized ovules form the seed and the ovary develops into a fruit. So next part is fruit. Now you know, we have studied from our lower standard. Fruits are divided in two types. One seeded fruits, that is single seeded fruit, and many seeded fruit. Single seeded fruit examples are like lychee, jamun, cashew nut, right? So these are all examples of single seeded, and many seeded, if you say, many are there. Jackfruit, watermelon. Okay. So these are all the examples of many seeded fruits. So I think you people have understood. So see the last paragraph. Soak the seeds of pea, wheat, rice, jawar, groundnut in water for 3 to 4 hours. Press the seed with your fingers and observe them which seed get divided into two equal parts. Seeds which gets divided into two equal parts are called dicotyledonous seeds. Seeds which do not divide into two equal parts are called monocotyledonous seed. Now dicotyledonous seed, like your mother would have been using in the kitchen, chana, matar, all these things, right? So these are all dicotyledonous, because when you take it from the cover, you see two similar types of part, whereas the seeds like jawar, bajra, those seeds you cannot divide equally into equal parts. If you break them, they will break into unequal parts. So they are said to be monocotyledonous seeds. They are said to be monocotyledonous seeds. Okay. So by this the lesson gets over for you people. So second lesson explanation is completed. Notes are given to you people online. Then too we will revise some examples. Spiny fruits examples we can give: pineapple, jackfruit. Spiny stem, you can give example of what example we can give? Cactus. Cactus is having thorny stem. Red flowers. Red flowers examples you can give: rose, hibiscus, many other, right? Yellow flowers, sunflower, rose. Again, rose is yellow in color. Leaves which close at night, gulmohar. Single seeded, lychee, jamun, mango, cashew nut, etc. are single seeded. Then many seeded, you can write apple, guava, watermelon, jackfruit. Many seeded fruits are examples of many seeded fruit. Okay. Then you can read the lesson several times. It is very simple for understanding. Read the lesson again and again, and you will get the answers. You have to practice the diagram of vertical section of hibiscus flower. Also you have to practice the diagram of parts of leaf, parts of stem, tap root, formation of root. All these diagrams you have to practice. So read the lesson twice and thrice at home. Learn at home. Be safe. Thank you.